Untamed, unhinged, we ignite. Positivity shining bright. Reptiles, exotics all unite. Untamed, unhinged in the night. Big FLEXIN, Chris spreading the vibe. Eric and the mad scientist, David by my side. Untamed, unhinged, talking reptiles all day. Positivity's our topic in every single way. Untamed, unhinged, we ignite. Positivity shining bright. Reptiles, exotics all unite. Untamed, unhinged in the night. Untamed, unhinged, we ignite. Positivity shining bright. Reptiles, exotics all unite. Untamed, unhinged in the night. Big FLEXIN, Chris spreading the vibe. Eric and the mad scientist, David by my side. Untamed, unhinged, talking reptiles all day. Positivity's our topic in every single way. View us talk with the community's voice, spreading love and knowledge, making noise by choice. Reptiles and exotics, we stand strong. Untamed, unhinged, singing our song. Untamed, unhinged, we ignite. Positivity shining bright. Reptiles, exotics all unite. Untamed, unhinged in the night.
Yeah, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Untamed and Unhinged Reptile podcast. Can y'all hear me? Can you hear me, Kat? All right, cool. All right. Of course, you got me, Big FLEXIN. What's up, guys? And then you got my co-host, Kat, Arachnid Cat. Since Eric is dealing with babysitting right now. And then our guest today is Steve from Tasty Critters. And then go ahead and shout out to sponsors and stuff. Let's shout out. We got the newest sponsors, Fandex app. Did I say that right?
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, the guest today, Steve, Tasty Critters. And then we're going to go ahead and drop the sponsor real quick. And then we'll drop it again later.
Yep.
All right, let's do this. And I haven't even checked up on USARC either. But I'm going to run the sponsor.
Lights come on, pulse in the air, we unite. Cold-blooded got 5 feet in the night. Cold-blooded caffeine, fueling the fight. Reptile crew got our backs tight. Thank you fam for keeping us all. CMB reptiles rolling with soul. Hold no stop, lifting our goal. Together we burn like burning coal. Elevate, more fries on the show. Irresistible pythons letting it flow. Rhetoric crew, yeah, we watch them go. Indigo, reptile coast at the glow. Shut up feeders, we're shut out feeders. Under the rock with cold-blooded hitters. Ship your reptiles, make life better. South Bay reptiles through every weather. Blue Pong, Shaman, Blue Tongue Republic. Arc adventures, riding Republic. No fakes, no breaks, we're here to publish. Taking it higher, dreams embellished. Sponsors love through beats, we rise. Showing thanks met under the skies. Unite the world, reptile ties. Cold blood, warm hearts, no disguise.
All right. I jam out to that every time. Like,
I did too.
I was like, I'd make a good one on that. Man, I didn't realize how good that song was. So I started putting it on. But all right, let's go ahead and bring our guest out, Steve. I think he's backstage. What's up, Steve?
How are you doing?
This is my co-host, Kat, from Arachnid Cat.
Welcome. Nice to meet you.
Likewise.
So go ahead and tell us, a little about yourself and,
Sure. So I have been doing web design, marketing, etc. for, over 10 years. Just got over the hill of 30, right? I'm excited to be partnered with the excellent bug keeper. Business partner is Nick, and we're kind of making a dream team of this. He raises them. I take care of everything with the website, and just everything is going well. But we bought Tasty Critters maybe 2 weeks ago. It's just been a hurricane. It's been a whirlwind, but fun. Then yeah, that's some small background.
And where do you plan on taking Tasty Critters from here on out?
We're going to be the Amazon of no. We're trying to grow. We're really trying to we're holding back a lot of some of the smalls, some of the mediums. We're buying. We're not paying ourselves right now, so we're doing everything we can to get massive, massive numbers, and that's just kind of behind the scenes. But really, we're trying to be able to supply the customers, the B2B, the wholesale, the pet shops. We've got plans to do shows. Obviously, like, you can't not get out there and network. So yeah, we're just trying to grow this in such a way that we can have low, fair prices, and do things that other people aren't doing in ways that other people aren't doing it. So, we see a lot of programs out there, a lot of different ambassador programs, a lot of different rewards programs, and those might be kind of manual. So we're trying to do a higher tech, better customer service. While it's automated in some ways, it's only so that we see it, kind of like, so that the management, that we know, okay, well, this needs to be touched, instead of, oh crap, I have 30 emails, me personally, that I have to go through. So we're just trying to build things smarter, add in automations. It's exciting, but it's real time consuming to get it right.
Don't you do like another company? You have another company, like a branding company?
Yeah, so I've had that with another business partner, David. I'd say he's New Orleans famous, but it's bigger than that. His work is all over. He's done work for movie studios for branding and movie posters. He's done interior design. He's done, put artwork in the booth and in the recording studios of major rappers. And so we do branding, though, with Lavenir Studios. And it's basically just anything from small entrepreneurs who want a clothing brand. We do everything from the actual designs to talking to manufacturer. If we're doing kind of a white glove, done for you kind of thing, we take care of talking to manufacturers, getting all the designs put together into a comprehensive brand, so that there's really no question, like, who are these guys? When we're done with someone, it's, oh shit, here's my boys. Look at these cool shirts. Look at these cool website. Yeah, I love that.
I like that. That's amazing. So when people wanted a logo, they just hit you up and get a logo or a design?
Yeah. And my business partner, he does anywhere from 5 to 25 logos in a day, if it's just kind of a one-off, quick knock it out. But the ones that are on a higher echelon of, okay, hey, we need brand voicing. We need all of these different little parts to it. We need social media marketing plans. We need X, Y, Z. Those take quite a while longer. You can't knock that out in a day, for sure. But he is a monster when it comes to creativity and just knocking things out. So he's got the eye. And
I gotta check this.
Awesome.
It's on Instagram, right? It has an Instagram account.
Yeah, it's LAVENIR Studio on Instagram. And I can link you to his personal account. I don't remember which. He's got a couple accounts, but his designs it's really out of this world. The stuff that he does, street style,
I gotta check it out.
Street style, it's beautiful. So
yeah,
we've been at that for about 2 years, and Nicholas hit me up, and I've been his website guy, so it was kind of like, you know, peas in
Yeah,
a
I was
pod.
like,
I got this.
Who's
I
your
gotta check it
target
out.
audience?
Come again?
Who is your target audience?
So we primarily, because of David's audience, and how well known he is in New Orleans and some other markets, he brings in a lot of entrepreneurs who are the small brands who have like an inspirational message, or they have, it's, this is we want to be the exciting, chill, luxury clothing brand kind of customers, right? So there's a lot of different niches to be filled. Some people have like memorial brands for sons, daughters, loved ones that passed on, and they're honoring them through that. That's not uncommon to see, but it's just the audience. I'd say the big bulk of volume of our work is small entrepreneurial clothing brands who think, you know what, I'm not going to use AI. I think that sucks. They don't want to go to Fiverr because who knows what BS is going to get
Hmm.
put out there, right? Nothing against anybody who's trying to do graphic design over there, whatever. But yeah, we're kind of seated in a nice spot to help a whole lot of people.
What's up, Wes? Steve, what's up? Wes said, "What's up, Steve?"
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Cat, what up?
Yeah. We're having, what up? We're just chatting. We're just chilling.
So I actually want to talk about the title that we came up with, whether everyone posts, few grow, content alone isn't enough, and how to actually grow a small brand using social and commercial tools,
Mhm.
e-commerce tools. I'm sorry, but
You're good.
like, what can people do, to grow, I guess, their
Yeah.
brand online?
Sure.
What can they
So
do different? Is what I'm asking. I guess.
yeah. So one common mistake that I see is people treat social media like it's a marketplace. When like, and I'm talking in broad strokes here, right? But people pretend like it's a marketplace. Buy, sale,
Hmm.
snap a picture at big block letters over it. It's not a marketplace though. It's a mirror. So people follow for stories. People follow for kind of learning about someone's journey rather than sales, right? Like, I don't know who else here is signed up for Old Navy emails, right? Or the Gap emails, or like your social media shouldn't be the same. You shouldn't dread seeing somebody's posts, whether or not that's happening.
Hmm.
I agree.
And also, there's really, when I hear people say, well, I don't post often because I don't want to annoy people, you're already lost in the sea of people, anyways. So, yes, now more than ever, with the advent of some of it I call like AI slop, right? Like just posts and all sorts of insane stuff that these like meme pages that have 2 followers are churning out 100,000 of these, right? There's tools, um, you're not going to annoy people if you post too much if it's good enough content to actually show people your story, right? If you're uploading a billion stories a day and people have to click through, they're not going to be doing the click no more. They're going to swipe. So you got to keep them interested. And I guess I'd almost say bad content is better than none, because at least you're showing up. At least people can swipe off of you. Otherwise, you're not even on their radar at all. So when it comes to, say, what would be an expectation for a page, I would say if you can at least show up once per day, if you can at least put up a story or put up a post just once a day, no matter what it is, and then interact with people in their comment section. And I feel like that's kind of just the bare minimum of what people should be doing. But that comes along with, you should be storytelling, not just putting up something, you know?
That's a
Right.
good question. Joel says, "Is it different with Snapchat? The stories are crazy long. Is it worth using Snapchat?"
Sure. So I'll ask you guys. So I like Big FLEXIN, CEO of FLEXIN, and what's that last word? I'm
Finesse,
sorry. And
finesse, and
FINESSIN.
reptiles.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. Do you guys use Snapchat?
No,
Okay.
I stay away from Snapchat because you get unwanted messages.
All sorts
All sorts of stuff. Yeah, I don't want on there.
Yeah. So I personally don't utilize Snapchat. I know that it's worth it if you're using it correctly. So I kind of view it right now, and I could be wrong. I mean, it is one of the most popular social media apps. I mean, it's just a little bit different, but I kind of view Snapchat as a place where you can do more of the behind the scenes stuff. And also, I mean, I think it's very interesting what they're doing with the Snapchat geographical filters. They allow you, with the Snapchat geographical filters, to allow users to make user generated content that's like natively branded. And by that I mean it's already got your label or your event or your hashtag kind of on the content. So when you can get people to make UGC, which is user generated content, that is exclusive to a geographical zone. So it's like this is a zip code, or it's a 500-meter area inside of a music festival, that sort of thing. I find that really, really good for certain applications, but I do kind of see Snapchat almost as, and this could be off, I could just be hallucinating here, right? But with the way I'm saying this, but I kind of see it as like the WhatsApp of social medias, if that makes sense. Where
I agree with you. Yes.
Yeah, it's more of a pushing platform that
Like a
than
dating
anything
app
else.
kind of now.
Depends what kind of pictures you get, for sure. No.
Like,
Yeah.
because
It's kind of like when MySpace was out and then Facebook was introduced. Everybody left MySpace and then went into Facebook. And then when Instagram started, everybody left Facebook and got into Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Same concept.
So like when I branded, this is how I branded. When I first started FLEXIN, Finesse, and Reptiles, I didn't have any snakes to sell. I only had 2 snakes at the time. So I started making shirts. I had stickers, keychains. I branded out that way. I made it into a business, like a whole business. I got a separate email for it. The FLEXIN, Finesse, and Reptiles has 2 emails. Take that back.
Mm-hmm.
So I have one that comes directly to my phone, and then I have a backup one just in case.
Just in case. Not a bad idea.
So like I keep it as a business. I never use, like, if I buy something or I put like a PetSmart and they ask you to use my email, it's my reptile. My reptile email. So I keep that all separate. I've been doing that ever since I started this.
How about
I don't know.
you?
I don't know if that's right, but I mean that's what I've been doing.
Yeah. So how many snakes have you grown that into? I've seen some of the posts and some of the videos here of us talking.
How many? Oh, that I got like 36 snakes at the time. Back then, I had 100 and something snakes, and I started, I started doing giveaways, wrapping them all, stuff like that. And then my dad passed away, and I had to give away I had to downsize a lot.
Sure.
And then I had some time at the time. I also had baby geckos. I had 13 baby geckos. Like, I was growing them up, feeding them crickets. Like I said, at the time, I was going through rainbow mealworms and stuff like that, trying them out. But then their packages started coming in shitty.
Oh no!
The insects would be dead on arrival. It smelled so bad.
Yeah.
It was just bad. And then they would send another one out, and it was still the same. So I was like, I need to find somebody else. So I've been just going to PetSmart, buying crickets, and I powder them with calcium, and then I feed them to my frog. I have a frog now, and my leopard gecko that I have left one.
Yeah. Yeah, I've heard. I mean,
Jared?
I won't talk badly about anybody in particular. However it goes. I mean, we took over the business. I think this was 2 weeks ago. It's again, like I said, kind of pre-podcast, quick 5-minute call that we had. It's been a whirlwind. It's been a fun hurricane to hold on to a light pole in. You know what I mean? Just getting through some of the stuff that comes along with that. But that heat wave that came through, what do they call it? A heat supercell or something.
Yeah.
We haven't gotten as many, hey, some arrived, and it happens with any live feeder company, right? Like, hey, some of our stuff arrived dead. That heat wave, I swear to God, whoever was delivering it, the packages must have been on the bottom in the back, and they had the oven on with it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what happened that week. Good golly, we had to just send some more out. It happens like that, but it's kind of how it goes.
So is there an importance to having your personal email and your, I guess, reptile email separate? Is there very importance to that?
Yeah, I mean, when it comes down to it, what I recommend is that you have a actual, and I always go with Google, right? But Google got bought by, sorry, Google itself didn't get bought, but the Google domains portion got bought by Squarespace. So now it's still called a Google domain, but it's whatever, right? It's one of those things. You should get a professional email address through the Google / Squarespace vendor. It's $7 a month. I think $7 or $14, either of those tiers of service. $7, $14 per seat, so per person. If you've got, if you just buy a contact at yourbusinessname.com, you can still use that to make up to 30 different aliases that you can receive and send from. So right now, even, I've got different smaller projects and businesses that I've got contact at, and then it's Steve, it's this guy, it's this guy, it's this guy, it's this guy, it's this guy. So you can, on a budget, you can operate out of that. It's less secure if you have multiple people logging into one account, but I would say it definitely allows people to trust better than a at yahoo.com or a at gmail.com. And I'm not shaming anybody if they're at the point of the business where they can't make $7 consistently. If they're already getting so much business that it doesn't matter at all, right? There are still reasons to do that security wise. There's reasons to do that if you're trying to get employees to have emails. I guess, does that kind of, does that answer that well?
Well, is that Kat?
That it helps with your security functions.
Security, it helps credibility, and there's, you know, productivity wise too, you get a lot more access to customizations and apps through the Google Suite, for instance. I mean, if you're going through, I don't like Microsoft email, like 365 Teams. I don't love that. Don't get me started on Apple, right? When people have to like switch over and stuff. I used to do IT work at a university, and boy, oh boy, every graphic design student was like, you know, hey, my keychain, my this, my that. And I was like, I don't know how to do this, brother. I could do everything else. So, but yeah, if that kind of answers that.
So I know we're all over the place right now. I'm sorry, Steve.
No, it's okay.
But going back to like content, how you said like just post content, try to get it out there. Like bad, like what is messy content and what is lazy content? Like what is the difference between those?
Yeah.
Would you still post it or do not post it, or try to make it better?
At the heart of the at the heart of that is, who's it for? Why are you doing it? Is it working? Why are you doing it? What's it targeted towards? How much sense is this supposed to make to somebody? I see people, and again, not directed at anybody, and I work in this every day. I build, before this and still now, I build the Shopify websites for a living. I do social media posting. I have a whole team that does social media posting for lawyers or whoever, right? And the core breakdown that we do is, who is this for? What's it going to accomplish? Is it shareable? Is it appropriate for this audience? And if you can't hit one of those markers there, if you're just like, oh, well, roast beef is on sale, like, and then you just type it and then you post it, right? Whatever it is, hey, we got a snake for sale. Where the hell are the details? Okay,
I see what you're saying.
So if it's vague enough that you get people to watch enough of it to get to those details, well then hell, now you've got a hook and something else is working there. But if you just are, that would be like lazy content, right? But it's really a matter of like, does it work?
Do you have people promoting you?
Yes. When we bought the business, we had seen some posts. We've reached out to the previous owner. We've gotten kind of a list of who was doing what, and we started reaching back out. The ambassador program, we are running through, it's a Shopify app called Collabs. So that's an installable thing on our store that has things programmed into it. We haven't fully gotten everyone back on board because there was like a 1 to 2 month lapse in the ambassador program before we came on. The business owner kind of communicated like, hey, we're sort of going out of business here. Try to get all this shit sold off. Pardon my French if you're. Yeah, we've got at least 5 people, and they range anywhere from a few hundred to 5 to 10,000 followers, and that's maybe just on Instagram. But
Damn.
it has, hey, if we could get one of the million follower folks in the scene to sign on, I don't know if 20% off your first order as an or whatever kind of thing we might run, but it's not fully built out yet, but we are really looking forward to getting it fully built out. We'd like to add unboxing content. So, the ambassador come on, they're looking for feeders for their stuff anyways. We say, all right, how's this? You sold XYZ, we'll give you 50% off an unboxing video kit. And they just select, okay, well, I want the small one, I want the medium or the largest kind of thing. And we just kind of address it from there, right? We're looking into doing swag. We're looking into doing branded boxes. I think that looks so nice. Who's that site? Morph Market has those gorgeous branded boxes. So we got a few people doing it. They're driving a decent pile of sales. So it's working. We're hitting it, and they're doing well. We're rewarding them as much as we can at the moment, and it's only going to get better.
Hey, Steve, do y'all have boxes that say Tasty Critters on them? And if you don't, I know where y'all can get some from because I used to use them. They do all my stickers too, which is Sticker Mule. That's what I use. I use Sticker Mule. I see all my packaging done to them, like even my snake bags. I have snake bags too that I have.
Pretty awesome.
That have my logo on them and everything.
Wherever we kind of get them from, I mean, it's just kind of on that journey, on that path of building a cohesive brand. And we're not just some guy on eBay. We have bins on bins on bins. We have a modest warehouse full of these things, and this is a full-time job for the both of us.
I think having an interchange with your customers and on social media does help with people drawing in to the company and being more what's that word, not attached. Oh my gosh, I forgot the word, but wow, I want to see what that is, or wow, like that wow factor.
Yeah, I would agree there. I think there's also a portion of that which is like social proof as a concept. I think it's still installed and still working. We have a social proof app on our Shopify, and I'm saying app because that's kind of what it's called. It's just kind of a plugin, or it's a widget there, but it'll show you anonymized wise, right? It says someone in Duluth, Minnesota just bought 5,000 dubia. Someone in Arkansas just ordered wholesale dubia 10,000, right? And if we're not full of crap, well, that looks nice.
Okay. So bag. Here's a plastic bag. Add some little envelope pouches for stickers when I send sticker packs. There's a little plastic bag here too.
That's gorgeous. You call that your snake bag?
Now this is to send packages. If I'm gonna send stickers.
Oh, gotcha.
A little thank you card. What do you call it? Hats. I have hats. I'll put a hat in here. It fits in here.
Nice.
Beanies, whatever. Whatever you name it.
Yeah, I definitely want to, and I'm gonna put the full weight of my branding agency into a rebrand, and we also have to redesign the website. It's not that much heavy lifting, but there's a lot of stuff that's got to get touched. But before we do like much hats and swag and all sorts of stuff, I'd like to get the logo redesigned into something not more serious per se, just something that I like more. But we do have a whole bunch of stickers. I wouldn't mind giving some of those away, doing something fun with them.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Okay, to be honest, when I first heard of Tasty Critters, I thought it was actual insects that you can eat.
Mm-hmm.
Are you guys gonna, because okay, I'm saying it out there. I love chocolate crickets. I've eaten bugs before, and that are edible, and they taste really good. So are you guys gonna like do something with that?
I will, right now on this show, everybody. No, I'm kidding. But I will commit to, if we can do like a pre-order or something, if we can do, I've seen those lollipops with the scorpions in them. I've had one or two in my life. I think that's fun. I think that's awesome. He not into it.
but if you had them, like, I would advertise that for you. Be like, hey, go get yourself one.
Yeah.
I'll do it for you. I'm a
But
darer.
going back to branding, like I had thought this out completely. Look, so I got three different hats. So here's blue FLEXIN finessing. On the back says Texas Strong, and then I got a black one because I used to be a cop. Everybody liked the black one. Those sold, and then I had the thin blue line Texas Skill Safe, and then I had the red one, and then it also says Texas because that's where I'm from, Texas, San Antonio. So I thought like my branding through, like I even have shaker cups for the gym, like engraved. I have cups. I thought all that. I took time, money, hours spent.
Not just it's hours and hours, right?
Yeah, it's hours and hours, and people used to call me the merch king. Like, Chris has it all. I have magnets, I have stickers, and I have blankets. I literally have a whole comforter right now in my room. My room is decked out, says Big Flexin'. I swear to God. And then I have a whole shower curtain. I have the whole bathroom floor. Like, I'm that deep.
Wow.
I love that. What percentage wise or like ballpark in it? I mean, I know that, so with the podcast and kind of with everything that you've been doing, I mean, over 400 videos just on Untamed and Unhinged Reptile podcast, right?
Yeah.
How much merch are you selling? Is it the cool factor? Is it the what do you think is driving merch sales beyond the cool factor of, I mean, FLEXIN and finessing? Who wouldn't want to buy that anyways? But
honestly, it's the way people when they talk to me, they're like, dude, you're uplifting, you're positive. You can ask Kat. Like, we've had several conversations off the podcast, before podcast. We always tell each other everything because she is one of my hosts for my podcast on the channel. Like, there's just people come to me and they've always said I'm a positive pillar of light in the reptile industry.
Sure.
That's exactly what I try to do. I try to spread positivity. I don't like that negative energy around me. I try to keep that away from me. Somebody brings me something, I'm like, look, that's between you two guys. Like, I like you both. I like you both, and that's where it's gonna stay. Y'all need to work that out. That's not between me.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's the way I treat people, I guess. Because my first year I came in, I made like $20K
off merch.
Off merch.
Crazy.
Hats, beanies. Like, I was buying. Like, that's how I bought all these racks here. I was buying snakes. I kept buying snakes, ball pythons. I thought I was gonna be this big time ball python breeder, but that didn't work. Who are the sources that make them? There's one place called Merchology is where I got my hats. I mean, there's a bunch of people online too that just throw out, like, if you see them, look up Sticky Brand does like sticker deals. Matrix, like if you do, I think 400 stickers or something, they do like 21 shirts. So like deals like that, if you did a bundle deal like with insects like that, I think that'll work too. But I know you asked me backstage when we were talking on the phone, like, what do people want to see? Like, do they want to see like for like lizard animals, like a lizard package, like, oh, these for your bearded dragon. That's a good idea. I would run that.
Let me get my pen. What did you say? Sorry.
Lizard package.
Yeah, like the lizard package you were talking about, or the
So combos and that kind of thing.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean that really interests me, and I saw, man, I think I've been on every dubia dealer, mealworm dealer website west and east of the Mississippi recently, right? Like I've been looking, I've been checking, I've been seeing, I've been taking notes. What looks like it's working, what looks like it's not, mistakes that are being made. I haven't really seen many interesting combos because it's hard if you don't have, and again, I build websites all day for e-commerce. If you don't have the background or the technical knowledge on how to enable shipping for this, or how to, if something's coming out of someone else's warehouse, how to do separate shipping from that and then have it auto calculate XYZ. It just goes on and on and on. And the packages that I have seen though are mostly breeder specific packages, or even like just starter colony stuff. Oh, that's gorgeous.
Yeah, it's a green FLEXIN finessing cup. I got a white one. I got, all kinds. Red. I'll show you some more.
Yeah. But I mean, I see a lot of colonies. I see a lot of like slightly branded name wise thing, combo packs and stuff, but they're really few and far between. So that's one of the ideas that Nicholas and I are throwing around is Roach of the Month Club.
Ooh.
And we have I think we have over 19 species, the vast majority of which we have and ship from our Oklahoma location. And if we don't have one, welcome back, sir.
Yeah, sorry, I went to go get them. So, another sponsor in here, Python Portal, he actually makes these.
That's awesome. That can't be light either. That looks thick.
No, it's heavy.
Yeah.
But I use it that's a water jug, and then I have this one too. It's my favorite color, yellow. It's a Yeti.
Yeah.
Nice.
Great on a Yeti.
That's gorgeous.
My newest logo says Big FLEXIN.
Oh,
yeah.
One of the new ones, and then it says FLEXIN Finesse and Reptiles down here. But
powder coated, or
yes, it's powder coated, yes, and engraved. So, I when I went into my brand, I really wanted to brand myself out. Like I even got it tattooed on my arm. See, it's right here. My logo is tattooed on my arm, and then I got sponsors up here tattooed on my chest. CMB Reptiles and Ship Your Reptile. Like
that's a lifetime discount kind of thing, man.
Like my sponsors, if they're down for me, they'll be like, "Hey, I'll give you the money. Go get the tattoo. Like we're with you for life." Then that,
That's awesome.
I'm with you for life. I love you guys. You guys treat me right, and this, and they treat me like family. Like that's how dedicated I am, and you can ask anybody in this industry. That's how dedicated I am to people. Like people treat me good, I'm always going to go back to that person. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's why people always come, for the shirts, I guess.
Now you need a Fandex tattoo tarantula right here.
Oh yeah, I would.
Yeah, but Steve, I think if you accommodate the animals and the customer, I think you'll get a more positive outlook on your sales.
Yep. I think
Like,
that's absolutely
if
true.
I'm shopping, like if I'm shopping for you or like on the website, like, yeah, I want to get this for my snake. I want to get this for that. But what can I get for me? You know?
Yeah. Back to the scorpion lollipops, or is this something else? I'm kidding there, but
Can you tell I'm trying to push that?
yeah, it's digging into my, it's weaseling, it's burrowing, like a
I'll be
little
your
trap
first
door.
customer. Okay.
Yeah, I'll take a look at it.
Okay.
That looks awesome.
We even got glow in the dark stickers over here.
Cool.
You know. Somebody said magnets. I said, yeah. So Sticker Meal makes magnets too. Somebody was asking about that. So yeah, like I'm talking about like holographic stickers.
Lava lamp.
Here's a magnet. This is a good magnet, Chris. You know.
It's nice.
Chris, you need a lava lamp now.
I have. Well, if they want a sticker pack, it's just like $10. I always tell everybody it's $10 because I gotta order more stickers, more supplies, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I got like the keychains I just ordered. They're also holographic. See, big flexing.
Huh?
It's still in plastic.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Wow.
It's a lot. You just gotta. I always tell people like when they're doing this, or branding out, or trying to work, get themselves out there. It's what you put into yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
I'd agree with that for sure.
Like if you
My
believe in
headphones
yourself.
just turned off. I apologize.
Oh no, you're good. Like
Oh boy.
I would say, if you
There we go.
believe in yourself, then do it. If you're gonna stick around, push yourself, keep building, and that's what I'm trying to do with the network channel. Like I'm trying to build. Like everybody always tells me, dude, you have some good women on your team. They're strong, and smart, intelligent. And I love it. I love hearing that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Because I just went up to them and I was like, hey, y'all want to do a podcast, host a podcast? And they're like, yeah, sure. It took Kat a minute, but she came around.
Yeah.
But
I'm there with it.
you just gotta keep uplifting people, and they see you first. They see me as a leader, and I hate being seen like that because I feel like I'm not a great leader.
You gotta believe in it.
Yeah, even on my basketball team, like I'm like, yeah, let's go. I'm the one hyping them up. Like let's do this. Even on football, as a linebacker, defensive end, you have to talk. So people see me as a leader, and I don't like being seen as a leader. I really don't.
You just hype people up. I mean, I feel like that's kind of what we can do.
That's what I do. It's just like I hate seeing people sad or down. I try to even go and talk to them like, hey, what's going on? They're like this and this, or that and that. And because you never know. Like if you don't check on people, what was it? Like I told Kat yesterday when we were talking on our last podcast. Like you never know what they're going through in their head. Like they could take their own fight. You never know. Just check on people. Just pick them up. I'll be like, oh well, shit. You should have luck. Good luck figuring that out. Like who wants to hear that shit?
Nobody.
It's
Nobody.
Like nah. Like well, what's your plan? Like give them a step. Like what's your plan? What do you plan on doing? Like, pick them up.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I lost my headphones and it's really, really quiet now. So I'm having slight trouble. I'm charging my headphones right now, but it's just super quiet, just to let you know. If I miss something,
what kind of phone are you using? Are you using a phone?
Yeah, and I got like the nice rechargeable thing here. It's not knockoff AirPods, they're just Android.
No, but I'm saying like if you go to your settings on the phone and just raise the volume on that's your volume level.
Oh yeah, no, I mean it's cranked.
Steve, have you and then
what? I didn't even hear you.
Is that how it is?
I'm kidding.
Oh, I was like, wait, what? Are you being serious right now?
because he said he couldn't hear, so I was just okay. That was a bad joke.
Yeah. I wanted to go back. I don't remember exactly what you had asked or where we were at, Kat. Before he got the mugs.
Oh yeah, go ahead. I apologize.
No,
I
it's
was just
okay.
showing.
I just didn't want to leave that hanging. Do you recall exactly?
What it was your ideas on the marketing, right? You were talking with Nick. Or no, was it Nicholas?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's Nicholas Dobbs is my business partner. So Mr. Dobbs. Yeah, I mean, what the heck were we he and I talking about? Oh, Roach of the Month Club. We've got like 19 plus species, and I wanted to kind of run that by you guys and the audience and see what everybody thinks of that sort of promotion. And at the core of it, it is whatever roach we either, it's not just due to like, oh, we have too much of this, throw it on the Roach of the Month Club, get rid of some, musty old this ones. But I see the Python portal, red runners, right? So once we get producing a whole bunch of them, absolutely. I mean, August, red runners, September, domino, whatever we can do like that. Varying price points, but we would try to keep it to in such a way that it's accessible to everyone. And there's different tiers with either like different sizes or different quantities. So obviously you would get more small dubia than you would get if it's a large discoid month kind of thing, right? Or if it's just a discoid month. So, I mean, first of all, what would you guys want to see? Big Flex and Cat, but from the audience, I mean, I already saw someone said red runners. I think this would be good for not just people who want to give their animals variety, but also people who are trying to like start colonies, but they don't really want to commit. So, I see it kind of a couple ways, but what are your thoughts?
Okay, so I'm really big on roaches and arachnids. I would love to see Madagascar Halloween hissing cockroaches in October. That's
specifically.
Yeah, that's just
Okay.
like a no-brainer. And then domino roaches on like in the winter, like
How come?
December. And then red runners summer, because it's like a red fiery, and they produce a lot more in that season.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And I think like the lesser roaches that produce like less, like you could do that in March or something like that. I mean, I have a whole list in my room of scientific roaches that produce what month, what season.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like if you put yourself into knowing the animal and knowing the background history of that animal, you'll be coming out like this.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So far, I mean, I'll say Nicholas, he goes by Nicholas Dobbs, but Nicholas, and I have put time into scientific papers. I've put a lot of time into the legality and like which jurisdictions do not allow XYZ. Thankfully,
Sure.
we don't want to ruin Florida.
That's right. You're right.
They're already getting beaten up. I was actually I flew into Miami for Lavenier Studios to meet with somebody, but that was right after that last hurricane. So, boy, did everyone got walloped.
Mm-hmm.
Are certain roaches for certain animals, or can you give all kinds of roaches to any animal? I mainly have bearded dragons and blue-tongued skink. I think you guys are honestly, you guys are better prepared for that question than I am. I know for sure that the attitude, or like the how fast some of those dang roaches are, right,
Mm-hmm.
makes them incompatible with some creatures, some
Mm-hmm.
critters. But what do you guys got to say about that one?
Let me show you instead.
I hear dubia for. I've never heard red runners for dragons, but apparently Will's saying that they are. Oh, thanks. I appreciate that. Sorry, I'm reading the comments as I'm trying to listen to you. Yeah, I've never heard of the red runners. The dominoes I hear are really good for bearded dragons, for leopard geckos, for all geckos, because the dominoes have a lot of protein, I hear. So it depends on like what you feed your roaches and your animals. Do you gut load them?
Yep.
With protein?
Yes. Okay, so for the dubias, I know in certain seasons you can have like the most rarest. Okay, I found this out. So this is a actual black dubia.
Okay.
She's very rare. Like most dubias are brown, really light in color, but she's very, very black. And that's like a mutation. And a lot of these dubias, I don't know if you're like, oops, my bad. Sorry.
You're okay.
Hold on. Oh, he's mad. He's mad. He's mad.
He's hissing at you.
Yeah. Bro, come here. You see?
This guy, I like what is it? Hook Sturgeon. He's
Huh?
like, in Australia, roaches have wings. These roaches don't have wings.
Yeah. Come here.
But he's like, I like this conversation. I like the topics. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Bro, stop it.
He's all mad.
Yeah. Come here.
Oh, he don't have.
There we go. Okay.
Oh.
So this is a Madagascar hissing cockroach, the normal.
Oh, yeah.
This is the normal Madagascar hissing cockroach. And a lot of people get these confused with the Halloween cockroach. Different genus, same species. So maybe like on your website, you can add on like the different species and make sure you have like the actual scientific names, and put the common name on the bottom, because a lot of people get that confused. Because if you look at these two, you would think they're the same, but they're not.
Oh,
that's a dubia.
Yeah, so yeah, they are the same genus, different species. And yeah. Except dubias don't hiss.
The one of the interesting things, or maybe less interesting, but really annoying for us, I think it's a Suriname and another one. Surinams and another one look exactly alike before they are adults. And so if one bin kind of gets out, if they all kind of mix and they're eating something on the floor, whatever the heck happens in the day-to-day, right? Like you gotta leave them alone. You leave the room for 1 second and they knock some. It's not like that, but so
Right.
if those kinds get out, then you have to hold all of them back or risk, like if someone's buying it for the express purpose of raising and starting a colony of those things, well, shoot, you just gave them like half of the ones you sold to them aren't even the right ones. And that person will find out
Yep.
3 to 8 months later, whatever the
That's
whatever's
right.
happening there,
And so there's like so many roaches too, like the emerald roaches. I don't know if you've seen those.
The emeralds, yeah, the green
Beautiful.
jewels.
Those are amazing, by the way,
Yeah.
for a roach. For a roach. I was trying to, to show some people like, hey, look at this and that. But back to, I want to go back to like marketing real quick because I used to be a marketing manager for a restaurant here in San Antonio. I was doing it for about 2 years, I think. And then they were just like, okay, we're gonna like move on. But like I used to do all their marketing. Like they weren't pushing TikTok, they weren't pushing Facebook. I was doing all that, making flyers, so all the flyers I made, everything. Everybody's like, I've been done some for Show Me Reptiles as well. I've done some of their flyers. I love Steve and them. I love that team over there. They got a good team, and Brian as well. But yeah, I've done like a lot of marketing.
What worked?
What
has worked for your reptile related brands? I mean, I see some people who have really intricate setups for their shows that they go to. I figure you'd probably have like a whole merch section on yours.
I do have a whole merch section, but I don't have a whole setup like some of those guys. I'm working on mine actually. I'm working on because I just talked to Mike from Hurt Collectors. He showed me where to get like the microphone covers and stuff like that. I didn't know where to get that stuff. So you always got to reach out to people because people actually know more than you. So when it comes to stuff like that, I reached out to Mike, but I actually have a guy here who can do a whole like canopy backdrop thing for me, and it's real cheap. So I'm gonna go with him here in San Antonio. Get
nice.
my podcast logo up, make that run, make that work. Put the sponsors on it. You gotta set up
a podcast at the show. You know what I mean? Maybe I don't know.
I've done that though. I've done the one, and I was just handing out merch for free. Like I did a whole shit ton of stickers for like Untamed, Unhinged. Like I was just doing stickers.
That's awesome.
And then I had like some shirts. I think I had like 5 shirts out there, and people came by the table just to talk, hang out, and they're like, "This is really cool." Like they gave us a table to set up at, and we were just there. We did a podcast there. We did a live there. It's actually on the channel. If you go back, it's a Reptilian Nation Expo.
Nice. Yeah, I got to check that out.
Yeah,
but
it was real fun.
What are you doing that's working in your guys' business, marketing wise, or what kind of flopped for you guys?
Reels. I make reels. I think it's the way I edit my photos too. I take them off and I put them on. Like, let's say if you send me a package, so when I do the open package, I would throw your logo in the background to where people can see where it came from. And then I'll show the box and then shout you all out, and then whatever music goes through the reel. I think it depends on the music as well. So like I get my music made, like custom made. So it's like, it's
not the trending stuff.
Yeah, it's like custom made. Like some of it is. I'm about to drop another one, so I'm gonna try and make another shirt tonight actually, because I'm gonna drop something that I want something that represents me. And like since I have like all these snake tattoos, I want to use my tattoos as as one of my logos on the shirt.
And for me, it's been short educational like clips. For example, like showing off, not like showing off in that sense, but like showing or showcasing the animal and telling like little facts about it. And then at the end doing little like sound effects or like a song that actually matches the animal or whatever. That's been also working.
Pretty cool. I saw a reel. I think I shared it from my company page of songs that match species, and one of them was like, you know, one of the big-eyed ones was like some little kazooie song, and then the death adder snake was like just a rock and heavy metal song, and
Yeah,
they had like
definitely.
whatever what are those? It's the lizard chameleon.
Uh-huh.
It had some like little country song, like a little twangy country song, and it
Oh,
was
I can
grabbing
see
like
that
this.
though.
You know what I mean? Anything with banjos, I think it said something like that.
That's
So
funny.
no, there's a lot of interesting content, and if I were a much prettier girl, I would have less of a problem. Uh, I yeah, I'm half joking, you know, but
yeah.
the thing in that uh, the thing in saying that is if you can grab people's attention, and so like, you know, if your video is presentable, if you've got like gorgeous animals, because I see some reels that have just like ultra rare animals
Yeah.
and it's high quality, and like, my brother, you are knocking this out of the park. You know, I always like to comment something just like three head explosions in a row. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Something like that. I always leave something, even if it's that or if it's, oh my God, what the heck is that? Gorgeous, you know? So,
Right.
yeah, no, the educational videos I'll have to go through and watch a bit more.
Right.
Um, I'm a
I
big
would.
fan of that. And as someone who's coming in from outside of the space, trying to learn and applying everything of what I know to it, yeah, I'm not going to be making educational videos for another couple of weeks before I can really dig in and get some knowledge.
And that's where it all starts, education.
Yeah, it's facts. Big facts. I agree. All right. So we already did an hour and 10. I only told you the show would be an hour long, and the show's been great. Like I want to keep going, but I don't know. Kat, how long do you got?
Huh? Oh,
I said, how long do you got? Can you go a little bit longer? Yeah. How about you, Steve?
I am absolutely down for a while longer. I'm game. We can talk till 10. I don't give a hoot. You know,
I'm not
whatever.
gonna talk that long.
We're not
No,
doing
but
Rogan here, buddy. Yeah,
I just have like two more questions, maybe three, but
sure,
because I know we wanted to talk about like what you were doing to build tasty critters differently.
sure. So
Hey, Mitzi.
I am a very blunt and generally disagreeable person, just personality wise. Competitive, right? Like I'm like the archetype of a dude. I just don't sugarcoat things for me. Don't BS me. Just let's do some business, and I'm gonna do some business with you, and let's get on with it. We're nice. I'm nice during it, all that, but like at the end of the day, I see a lot of. Um, so I preface that for at the end of the day, I see a lot of non answers given. I see countless examples of people that aren't really nice selling to nice people
mm,
because companies in our position, right? Like we're not huge, but we've got a pretty massive selection. We're building it out correctly. I'm building all of the back end systems, you know, like connecting bank account. I'm everything's got to be perfect, right? But so I see a lot of mistakes being made in customer service. I see a lot of mistakes being made in how people are automating their technology for their company through their website, through their social media. Tons and tons of missed opportunities are happening every single day if the brand does not have a website that functions. Countless opportunities if there's no email follow-up. Countless opportunities if they're not doing, I'm talking from like a business perspective, and then I can focus on the customer experience side of it. But you know, if there's not an email flow from your business when somebody adds something to the cart and then they leave the site, well, okay, they had to go make dinner, and then they forget about it, and then they go, oh well, you know, these other guys, I see them right now, I'm just going to buy it through them, whatever. Okay, there's countless missed opportunities for revenue and touch points to get back in touch with people who we've sold to in the past, or that were browsing the site. And you know how Google knows, or Facebook knows exactly what the hell you're thinking all times of the day.
Yeah, that's hella weird.
What you can, well, yeah, but you can tap into that as a business. So at the end of the day, it really comes down to the customer service and the experience of buying from us. And at this point, you know, me and Nicholas are on the email and on the, like, we've got a phone line you can text and call. It comes right to both of our phones. We've got the live chat that comes right to us. And for now, I mean, I would try to keep orders out of our DMs, but for now, we're just any way that people contact us, we have a hello, this is Steve, I just took over the business. Let me get that answer for you. You know, but in the near future, hopefully we're going to have our products purchasable on Facebook and Instagram natively. So if somebody wants, they don't have to DM us anymore to say, how much are the 5,000 counts? How much for this? How much for that? Go ahead, look at it. Here's our click through, and we can tag products, you know, like Nike. When you click on a Nike post, the little price tag shows up. We could do that right there on Instagram for people. So we're just trying to leverage technology and deliver the best customer service that we can. And sadly, it is a little bit lacking in this space. I'm not calling out anybody. I'm not calling out you guys. There's nothing wrong if it's working and people are happy. But if we can, number one, help people get what they need faster, that's a win for everybody. And if we can show other brands, here's kind of like 3 steps that you guys can take to better serve customers. There's enough money in this space. I believe it's an $8 billion market. So grab a shovel, get your website, start putting in the good stuff and getting the good stuff out. And I guess that's kind of my message. That's why I'd like to hop on. That's why I wanted to get in touch with y'all.
Yeah.
Man, I like that. That was good.
That's a good slogan too.
Yeah, it was. Hey, Steve, I have a question though. Like, is there a way to keep the insects from dying? Like, when it's a heat wave like that, can you throw like I want to say like a water pack or something in there, or I don't know.
Yeah. So, you said, is there a way to keep the insects from dying when we're shipping them?
Yeah, like in that heat wave that you were talking about earlier. I wanted to go back to that because if there's a way to prevent them from dying, then that would help your business succeed, especially if you can find a way to keep them alive while they're in the heat wave.
Absolutely. And unfortunately, that's one thing we didn't have that week. And we're ordering them this week. is ice packs. We have hot packs. We don't have ice packs, right? And you need to get them from Uline or you need to get them from XYZ. The ice packs, I mean, it's pretty standard, and it just kind of caught us off guard. You know, we got to go spend $96 or $196 the first kind of week the company became ours. We were like, well, we need to have $196 come in, you know, so we're just bootstrapping it at that point. But definitely that's something that's a huge, huge priority. And, you know, I think that you said, like, can you put water? Did you mean like ice packs, or did you mean like water crystals, or?
Yeah, like those water jellies that they use for the crickets in stores. Because I know, like, when they ship, other companies ship, I never seen ice packs or heat packs for insects. So if y'all do that, that's a first for me. I've never seen that.
Yep. It is. I've seen it more often than I haven't, but there are sites that they just kind of, you know, they say, well, if they arrive dead and you take a photo in an hour and they get delivered to the post office, then we'll redo it, you know? And it doesn't necessarily eat into the profit too much on some items, but I mean, I'd rather put an ice pack in there, and it can't be too small, but you know, if it's a closed box or even if it's got holes in it, some of these roaches generate a decent amount of heat just from breathing and moving, and kind of that's just the nature of it.
Yeah.
Dang.
But
so humid gels, that's what they're called. Yeah, there you go. Thank you, Adrian. Humid gels.
Yeah, no, I can definitely check into that. I know that one change that we're making is we aren't going to be buying like a metric ton of carrots every week or month or what. You know, I've had these conversations with Nick, and it's just like it's been a whirlwind, right? But we're not doing too much of that. We're still feeding them organic matter and XYZ, whatever that is, but the cost can be prohibitive to move over to the wicks for hydration or even the gels for hydration. But that's a move that we're making that, number one, decreases the likelihood of a really terrible, smelly, stinky box of dead roaches arriving. And number two, much more efficiently hydrates them. So yeah, it's kind of like it's maybe twice or three times as expensive on some levels, just getting it started. But yeah, we're just trying to make as many changes and avoid all the dead, stinky boxes. Because I've never gotten a death box before, but I've heard that story countless times, and I'm sure you guys have both experienced it. That's why on earth would I'm not. This is my unboxing, and I have to pinch my nose, you know. So
they stink.
Yeah.
They stink.
Yeah. And the thing is about those humid jellies as well, they're not going to work for each species. For example, the roaches, they can survive without water for months, even years, depending on the species. And then you have the crickets that cannot go a day without food, or else they'll eat each other, but they depend on the water and the food. And then you have mealworms, superworms that could eat through any kind of material. But then again, they need a certain amount of humidity. They need a certain amount of hydration. It's a lot to think about. I know you guys can really get this down with a lot of, preparation, education. I'm rooting for you guys.
Yeah, well, thank you. I guess,
hey, Steve, do y'all plan on doing merch, by the way, like shirts, hats?
100% big 100 on the screen if I had like a button for that, you know. Jamie,
All
pull
right.
up a 100 emoji on my face right now. Okay. So 1,000% yes. And you know, we use for the brands that we're building, and on our website for L'Avenir, I'd like to encourage the listeners. I just put this up today. I've had the PDF, I've had the guide for months and months and months, and I just put it up on L'Avenir Studios website. I can make an Instagram post about it too, but it's a free ebook kind of guide, couple pages long, no fluff, no BS, but it's how to launch or grow your clothing brand in 90 days. And it basically goes through how to apply it to this, right? Like it's how do you set up the systems? How do you set up the business? And I am not a lawyer, and this is not tax or financial advice. I have that disclaimer on there. I work very, very part-time as a paralegal as well. So I always like to cover my butt when I can. But I mean, that really covers how we do it. But I've got in there, you know, if you don't have cash to do it, right? Like I'm not going to sit here and buy 100 t-shirts and put them on the site and just please God, someone buy one, right? I'm going to go to Printful. I'm going to go to Shipify or whatever.
Yeah, that's what
the
I
ones
do.
you mentioned.
Yeah.
So that's all in their free ebook underneath the shop tab. I would really, so I just picked this up. I don't know, it's kind of it's got like an American flag made of, boy, I look great, don't I? It's like an American flag. Let me take it off. I'm having a hair day. But it's got pine trees as the American flag on leather, and it's a nice Columbia hat.
Yeah, that's from I know where that's from, or is it from them? Did you get that hat from that place? Or I'm trying to think of.
I found this butte at Goodwill, but you know, there's vendors out there that can do leather patches for the hats. I mean, those are awesome. I know exactly what you're talking. I've seen. You look up one thing one time on how to make merch, and you get hit with every goddamn YouTube commercial ever. You know, you need to make merch. Come down to whatever, you know, Sticker Mule, all these other ones. But yeah, the merch. I mean, I don't know about blankets. That sound. I'd get one for my bed. You know what I mean? But have you guys seen? I mean, what's some merch that maybe you want to do that you guys haven't done, or what would be something kind of cool for the Tasty Critter to do? He's got another piece.
That's cool.
Oh, here's one of my blankets, guys. Has all different color FLEXIN finescences, like green, purple, pink, and then blue.
Yeah, you definitely want something that's gonna pop, that's gonna attract.
That's super sick.
Yeah, so blankets, like real nice, the fleece type too. It's real soft. I only have one left too.
Lighting.
All the ones went quick. What?
Sorry, I'm looking at my grow light.
Oh,
Some grow lights.
Oh yeah, for what?
For Steve.
Oh.
For your company.
Yeah, or get some like. I wish I could show you my room because.
I got it. Okay. Cork bark brand Tasty Critters on the cork bark. Like, what's that word? Engrave it or brand it?
Yeah, it's engraved or branded. Yeah, it's the same.
On cork bark. I would love that.
Cork bark.
Yeah, I got socks. I got towels. Yeah, you name it. I got it all. Towels, socks, backpacks.
I had a conversation with someone the other day via DM, and he said that he was looking for someone that could do, I'll say the term, banana hammocks.
Oh, that'd be
And
cool.
he was looking for someone to do branded, male thongs. And he said he just couldn't find one, and he wasn't willing to do a lacy one or something.
You know,
He's got
I'm
branded women's underwear and undergarments as well, and like bikinis and stuff. So
I do too.
I mean, shoot,
I do too. I have
do you?
yeah,
That's beautiful.
I have FLEXIN, finessing like thongs, FLEXIN, finessing women bathing suits. I have a couple of people, that wear them in the hobby. I mean, I can make it all. If you can make it all, then why not, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, the merch part of it, we're gonna have some really nice quality stuff. I don't think it's gonna be, the term is like cut and sew. We're not gonna go make a Letterman's jacket custom in China about this, right? I don't know about going that far. Once we get a little further, we can get creative with it, more creative. And but for right now, I think that we're gonna go source some high quality t-shirts, some hats. I mean, there is bandanas. We can also do, 3D print stuff as well. I have a couple people that I'm looking at talking into, they already do it for themselves. What if I send some orders your way? How does that work? Until I can get myself a 3D printer, I think that would be another cool thing. Make feeder trays, some stuff like that. But we just kind of have to get through this whirlwind first and come out ahead. And we're already doing very, very well in terms of getting people back who canceled due to the sale of the business, and some communications that went out that we wish hadn't, in terms of like, hey, we're just closing everything down. That's unfortunate, but we've got the majority of people who wanted to be back, and we've already heard some glowing reviews from that.
There you go.
That's always a positive. That's hell yeah.
Yeah.
Congratulations. But yeah, like if you ever need help, see
Mhm.
I when I started this, I started by myself. I didn't have anybody to help me. I just brand out the best I could. Like I already knew what I wanted to do. I wanted to make shirts, hats, coats. I wanted to make everything. And then when I got into women clothing, like I could do fitness clothing for women.
Yep.
I did the fitness tops, fitness bottoms, socks, the lingerie, like the thongs, the swimsuits. I even done slippers. I got slippers, house slippers.
That's awesome.
I even sent a pair to my friend for her birthday. It was her birthday, and then she got like a pink pair and has like the FLEXIN finessing logo on the front. And she says they're really comfortable. I wanted to order somebody and haven't gone to, but yeah, I got tennis shoes. I got slides, you name it. Like
that's awesome.
If you ever need a logo to get cleaned out, I do that. I made all my own logos. You can ask Kat. I made hers.
Mm-hmm.
I've done a lot. Yeah, just reach out.
Yeah, that blanket especially. I mean,
yeah.
My dogs would have that on the floor, and they'd probably put a hole in it with their bones. You know what I mean? But
yeah,
looks, that's gorgeous. It looked silky. So I'll have to look into some of that stuff. And yeah, it's just whatever we can kind of put on the site that is on brand and good enough quality where it's like, people aren't leaving reviews for it, where it's like the dang part of the sandal came off the second I stepped on the beach, like as long as we're not getting those things, but it's just kind of a little bit of a vetting process. But I think I'm excited to look into the scorpion pops and the chocolate critters. I have had they put it was almost like they did like Cheeto dust or what is that? Just a cheese powder on crickets.
Yeah.
I've had that before. That was surprisingly good.
Yeah.
I mean, I just like the cheese powder stuff, right?
Yeah.
But I'm excited to look into those and just keep this moving. But you guys here for another second, I can just wrap up on give one last tip on the social media.
Yeah, go ahead.
So following up with all of the, try to post every day, try to do something, try to interact with people. You can be doing that and posting every day. And if you're not growing, if you're not getting views, if you're not hitting the kind of momentum that you think you should have with the effort that you're putting in, and if that's an honest assessment, try to make it an honest assessment. Am I actually putting in this effort? Right? But if you're not growing, look at what you're posting. And if it's lazy in terms of if you're just not really communicating what should be communicated, if you're not being clear with it, if you're just snapping a photo, whatever, if it's boring, or if it's hard to trust. So lazy, boring, hard to trust. Fix that first. Just start trying to fix those things. And it's really tough to grow if those things aren't fixed. So yeah, I mean that kind of sums it up. And shoot, if you've got bearded lizards, snap a photo, snap a video, put the thing behind it, If you've got geckos are gorgeous. Everybody should see them every day, So I don't know how many people like a spider in their feed every day. I'm not scared, but I'm sure that the people who love them really love them. And man, I got to get on Tarantula Talk or something, learn a little bit more about that as well.
Right here.
Right
That's
there.
all you?
Yep.
Everything
Definitely
about tarantulas, arachnids, hence my name, Arachnid Cat. I'm your girl.
I love
She
that.
has her podcast is Web of Wonders. It's every Tuesday at, I want to say, after Happy Basins.
Yeah.
We're working on that.
Yeah. Just Monday. Was it Tuesday? Early morning. I had
Yes.
Emma Tunney from the Australian Reptile Zoo. She's actually pretty famous. She's a wonderful person. I love her. I admire her. And she actually gave a lot of perfect insight on us, the Sydney funnel web spider. So yeah, I'm doing, Chris and I are doing a lot of invasive work where we're inviting people to the show. They're not only getting their input, but we're also getting that education too. And then we have our fans, and they're not just fans, they're our friends too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we love our people.
Mm-hmm.
And I was going to show you too, like, remember how I said, like, I do the backpacks? There's a backpack right there.
That's sick.
Nice.
There's the shoes.
I like the color.
There's the sandals.
Ooh.
I got, like, everything. Like I said, wristbands.
Chris, send me that.
What, the wristband?
No, the slippers.
And then there's the keychain that I showed y'all. Like, I don't know. So, like, the whole backdrop I put it on, I made that. And then I make the reel to showcase it. Like, oh, this is what we got now. And make it pop, do things like that.
I think you're doing a great job with it and making a decent pile of cash, giving people really cool products. So win-win-win. And I'll be purchasing one of those blankets from you soon.
Appreciate that, Steve.
I second that.
I'll have to look at it. Well, I mean, they're really cool looking.
Because the new blanket's gonna have this logo on it. Oh, because like I said, I did my own logo. I redid it because I'm always in the gym. I work out. So
Yeah.
let me get that real quick. Oh, yeah, right here. So this is my new one. This is gonna be on the blanket.
Mm.
See, he's all muscled out. That's me.
Oh yeah. That's
Oh,
a
well, that's
1-to-1
me.
right there.
Yes. So that would be like, actually, it'll be the first one if you do order blanket. That'll be a one and only. Because I never make the blankets the same.
Mm. I think that shirt will look good on Steve.
Oh yeah, I have that shirt too, Steve.
Which one there? The big FLEXIN?
Yeah, the one that was just the one I showed right now. I have it that color, yellow, pink, and white, black and white.
I'm into the black. Today I'm wearing the pink. I'm wearing what's even this brand?
Pink and wolf shirt.
Maui and Sons. Yeah.
I'm a
That's pretty
alpha
dope.
wolf. Yeah.
I'm
I'm an
repping
alpha
the
wolf.
lace balls pin.
Beautiful.
Oh, I
Yeah,
thought
I
it
mean,
was a shirt. That's why
excited to see it.
Nikki was like, that. I like the shirt. I thought it was on the shirt.
I have. She did send me the shirt, but I have the pin on today.
But
Oops.
nah, you're good. Nah, everybody's just loving it. I'm surprised like people are like still here, like, you know, because usually there's another podcast that starts right now. It's Herbs Collector, and they usually all the people go over there, you know. But I'm glad, you know, people love this show and are loving it. But I do have one last question for you, Steve.
Yeah.
You could change one thing in the industry. What would it be and why?
I think that so far, the only thing that has turned me off in any way, and again, I'm pretty blunt. I'm pretty disagreeable when it personality wise, but again, I'm nice. I'm not mean about anything, right? Just the personality trait, right? I just however that works out. But when people view it as a zero-sum game, when people view this as a you're a winner, then I'm a loser, and then they just can't stand for that. You know, there needs to be a understanding, just a wave of love back throughout the community to the people that feel sourly about whatever it is, to understand, like I had said, this is an $8 billion industry in the US. So everybody has a chance. Everybody can get in. Everybody can do something. Everybody can make enough money, hopefully, to make a little living off of it. And as soon as people get that through, you know, as soon as that speaks to them, then I would hope that there's more cooperation and less gatekeeping if and when it does happen. That's kind of my message is there's more than enough to go around. And I'm not just viewing customers as money or something, but it in reality, if you can produce a good product or if you can sell tarantulas, I mean, there's a really limited number of people doing this. There's a really limited number, even though there might be a lot of bearded dragon breeders.
Yeah.
You know, there's probably hundreds, right, in all of America. Maybe thousands, I'm not even sure. But Nicholas was asking me, yo, how do I join? I don't know if you guys have another 5 minutes or something to say hi to Nick.
Just send them the link. I'm gonna send you again, okay?
Sure. I have the link. Is that specific?
Yeah, it's the same one. Yes, it's the same
Is
one.
he in the chat?
He's not in the chat. He's actually with they have the same link. But I was gonna tell you, like, But that being said, Steve, how you said that, like for me, when I work with people, I build them to win with me. Like I'm not closed-minded. It's not like, hey, I'm gonna win and you're gonna be here, or you're always gonna be here. Like if I work with, like when me and Kat work together, we're going together. There's Nick.
I'm completely down with that, and I mean that is exactly how I see it.
Well, that's what anybody that works with me. So like even Megan from my other podcast, from Fangs Out podcast. What's up, Nick?
Full screen.
Like whoever works
Sorry
with
I'm
us,
late.
we're going to the top. That's how I see it. If you're gonna be, like, if you sponsor us, you're going with us. You're going wherever I go. You know, until you say you don't want to no more, and you know we're not suited for you anymore, or whatever that may be. But that's just how I am. Like we're going everywhere. We're gonna go up.
Yeah.
Up. It's always elevation. I never see, like, if you sit at my table, you're gonna feed. I'm gonna feed. You're gonna eat. Is what I'm saying. You're gonna eat with me. Yeah. We're gonna eat as a family.
Absolutely. Nick, could you bring it up a little bit?
Bring up what?
So you're on video.
Yeah. Apologies for being late, but I had to pick up these suckers and I flipped my camera around.
You just turned off your camera.
No, is he still here? No, he left.
No, he accidentally pressed the button.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah,
Right?
he left. Yes, YouTube is different.
Yeah, there it is.
Okay, so I can't flip this around, not right now.
You can. So, I was gonna say, what is it? What are those? Hold on.
Those are silkworms, my friend.
Oh. Nice. That looks very nice.
Silkworms. Still.
What just happened? That was weird. Sorry.
What?
No, I don't know what happened. What else we got? Those hornworms?
Gummy worms.
Those are not gummy worms. I wouldn't eat them. They look it. I wouldn't eat them personally.
In the arachnid world, we call them gummy worms.
Really? Okay,
Yeah.
so you do tarantulas then.
Yes.
I should have assumed when your name was Arachnid Cat.
Yeah.
So,
I do.
Nick, I wanted to get your idea here, your thoughts. Kat suggested that we do some
Fruit flies.
crickets that are like the chocolate crickets or the cheese freeze-dried crickets, whatever that is. What are your thoughts on adding some munchies to the site? Maybe a scorpion lollipop.
Mm-hmm.
So it would almost be like a kind of a gag thing. I don't think we'd get some business from it. The amount of FDA regulation and stuff that would cost. I'm sure we could buy some that is pre-made. But the entire
in no way in heck am I going and getting a tin and shaking up some crickets and bagging them.
I'm just saying there is a lot of borders there that we would have to cross, and I don't know if I would like to cross them currently because I've had chocolate covered crickets. They weren't bad. I've had roasted crickets, but it's not exactly for me, and sadly, that is not the exact focus right now. I mean, have you hinted at
I committed to eventually doing it. We're gonna test it out. Kat, we'll do an order here.
Hey,
Yay!
so Steve, have you brought up the other thing we've been working with Russell on?
I have not actually. I have a funny idea. I had this. Nick can tell you. I had this idea. I've owned the domain for 2 years now, and it's a $75 a year domain. Okay, usually you buy .com for $12. Okay. Yeah, look at your bugs.
Those are black soldier fly.
I have an idea for a bug wine, and it's kind of a joke idea. It's a gag, but tongue in cheek, right? We're looking into if we can put like a clean and approved, just like they have the worm in tequila.
Uh-huh.
I'm looking to see if we can do like a hisser in a mead or something, or a dubia in a wine or
Yeah.
something. If it's a super worm, I don't
Hot
even
sauce.
think come again.
Hot
Hot sauce.
I
Hot
will
sauce?
buy it. I will so buy it.
You would, Kat.
I love spicy food. I love bugs.
Yeah, but so
I'll
we're
be your old
looking.
customer.
What was that phrase? It was mentioned in politics a while back. It was, we're looking into plans for this, or whatever that funny statement everyone was making fun of. We have ideas of a plan for this, right? But we're actively looking into how to do this, and we have a world-class mead maker from a meadery here, and yeah, it's gonna be pretty cool. It could cost us several $100s if we mess it up and have to restart, because honey ain't cheap and labor's not free. But we'll be announcing that soon enough. Nick, do you have any other part of that I'm missing?
I will say it's going to be very interesting.
A lot of blood,
And
sweat, and tears.
Yeah.
not my blood, sweat, and tears. This is Steve and Russell's baby. I mean,
Yeah.
I had a few ideas. I had a few, but that just helped guide their vision there.
That's dope, though. I'm down for that. That's like I tell Steve, you won't know until you believe in yourself. Like until you push it.
Mm-hmm.
I was telling Steve that we're gonna have to keep as each batch. We're gonna have to keep 2 or 3 bottles in reserve. As this is the selection of 2025
Yeah.
Madagascar hissers is the flavor.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
That's
gonna
cool,
be.
though.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
would buy one.
Yep. Me too.
I probably wouldn't buy it because I know how my roach shed smells.
Yeah, but
If there's
if we find a feeder that actually is addable to it and edible, then
I think crickets will probably be the first one, to be honest.
yeah.
I feel like they'd be the easiest to. There's already human edible crickets on a commercial scale
Mm.
already, so
Mm-hmm.
it'd be the easiest to do off the bat. I'm not saying my roaches are horrendous or anything. It's just when I'm in there, I'm nose blind to it completely. But when I come home, my wife says I smell like a stinky sale barn, and I'm from Oklahoma, so a stinky sale barn is the sale barn smell here isn't bad. To other people, it's probably bad, but to us, we grew up on it. So when she says stinky sale barn, it's terrible, terrible.
It's like when you work at a fast food joint and bring that, Culver's smell home with you,
Yeah.
kind of thing.
The
Just kind of
oil and
Yeah.
something you can't avoid. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, we've got some ideas there, and tropical flavor. Maybe there's no bug in it, but that also brings, in terms of e-commerce, right, and not getting in trouble with the alcohol, firearm, and tobacco agency, which I think that agency should work every day to make alcohol, firearms, and tobacco more
Accessible to
available
everybody.
to every American.
Mm.
But the sale of alcohol in e-commerce is very, very heavily regulated, and we would definitely need to do a bunch more research than just these spitballing ideas type thing. But yeah, if we need to partner with the meadery and kind of sell it through them kind of thing, I mean, I'm just talking about the business aspect of it, but yeah, there's a couple considerations
I say pick one and try it. You'll never know until you try.
I am down with hot sauce too. I mean, I really like the ideas you're coming up with.
Mango habanero hot sauce, a Madagascar hissing cockroach flavor. Boom.
So Arachnicat, how many tarantulas do you have?
57.
50? You serious?
Yes.
How many different species?
Different species. 23.
23. Do you actively breed them?
So I have one that's already bred. I sent out to California, and then the other one I gave, so I have nothing to do with it. I actually breed local wolf spiders.
Oh, okay.
And I am looking for certain species right now to breed because I have a lot of mature females, and I'm looking for mature males so that I can breed the ones that I want. But yeah, I do get friends that ask me, hey, do you have this? Do you have that? Do you want to do a breeding loan? I said, yes, I'm always up for it. So
I can't remember what the YouTube channel was called, but I used to love watching videos of this guy doing unboxings of tarantulas and him feeding his different tarantulas and everything. It was a really cool channel and everything, and it was hilarious the way he edited his videos and everything. I can't remember the name of the
was he
channel.
British?
No,
Which channel are
no.
you talking about?
Okay, Tarantula Haven.
It might have been that. It might have been that.
Alex.
He was like in a tropical area. It might have been Florida. I don't remember.
Oh, okay. Well, we have the Dark Den, Petco. We have Tarantula Haven, Alex. We have oh yes. Exotic Lair.
So basically, he would make videos, and it was very unique style.
Mm-hmm.
Very unique style, and he would feed them the Turkmenistan roaches, aka red runners, or dubia roaches,
Yep.
or super worms. And tell you what, I always love just watching a channel, and I wish I could remember the name of it. My goodness,
Yeah.
because it was really good content creator. And actually, what made me kind of like realize that tarantulas weren't just, this is years ago, mind you, but aren't just, oh, they're spiders. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I think you're talking about Exotic's Lair because he lives in that tropical area. So
Let me look real quick because
yeah,
I don't know.
he's very
But
young too.
Yeah,
going
he
back to
is.
like what I was gonna go, I was looking for, I can't find it. But going back to like how y'all were talking about like the meats and like juices and stuff, like the tropical ones. Like it didn't have to have a worm in there, but you can name it like whatever silkworm juice or something like that. On the bottle.
How long has he been posting?
It's a pretty cool product.
2015.
That's definitely him. I can just, but he has a very unique filming and thumbnail.
Yeah.
It's definitely Exotic Slayer.
Oh yeah.
I used to watch
Yeah.
Ants Canada. Ants Canada, I used to love.
Mikey Bustos. Yeah, he's a friend of mine.
Say it again.
Cat knows everybody. Well, we
Ants
know
Canada
everybody.
doesn't even live in Canada anymore. He lives in Indonesia, I think, right?
He lives in the Philippines.
Oh, the Philippines, right?
Yeah.
So you know him personally?
Not personally, but through a friend, yes.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. I really want to push this whole gummy worm thing for you guys because that's like big in the arachnid world.
Did they all use silkworms
Oh, that would be cool though.
as well
Yeah.
as the hornworms?
Hornworms, yeah.
I'm gonna put one on my finger.
Hey, they should do a gummy worm as the corn.
You know what?
corn
We need to get the licensing fee for the song Gummy Worm
Yeah.
and do like a video of it just like crawling
Yeah.
and cut it up.
Or I
Oh.
can do a commercial for you. Be like, this is the
These
brand.
guys are so fragile. Yeah.
We'll have Kat do the commercial. I think
Yeah,
that's,
Oh,
Cat
there we
does.
go.
that's an
These
excellent
guys are
idea.
so. Oh, he just bite me. It is biting me.
Well,
I think
why are
food.
you so tasty? You know,
It's eating my skin.
Maybe you have dead skin there.
Dude, look at
Maybe
that
you got
stuff.
dead skin there. I don't know.
So funny enough, interesting enough, actually, hornworms, their little horn can't actually penetrate a lot of other invertebrates except for their own kind.
So wait, that's actually venomous?
No, no,
Oh,
not at all.
is it pointy? Like, so no,
Nope,
I've never heard of it. So the only thing I've ever heard of them is being poisonous.
no,
So they can be if they actually eat, because they're called also known as tomato worm. If they
yes,
eat the tomato, they are poisonous because the tomato is from the nightshade family. So if they
yes,
eat tomato plants, not tomatoes, they are considered poisonous, and you can't feed them. But
right.
see, I've never the horns never affected me, but I've just
No,
never heard of it actually piercing other species.
Gummy
yeah,
spa, yeah.
yeah. So if you feed
That's a good one,
tomatoes
Adrian.
to the hornworm and you feed the hornworm to your whatever animal that cannot digest acidity, it will die. Like tarantulas, it cannot digest any tomatoes.
for how tough and crazy those little creatures are, man.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's natural. Its only natural predator is the tomato. You know.
Yep.
What? That's a good thing I know that because I'm about to get a tarantula here soon. So
Mm-hmm.
Oh gosh, yeah, its feet feel real weird on me. These little ones do,
So they
like
have tiny
suction
little
cups.
suction cups
Yeah,
within their actual own little feet.
right. Yeah, so the little ones just feel weird. It's like when I get a really small species of roach, like pallets, and they
Mhm.
decide they want to crawl up my arm, or I get a really big species like Blabberus giganteus, and they feel like a tarantula crawling up my arm. Not a big fan. Not a big fan because their legs are so. It's either when they run so fast that you can just barely feel it and it brushes
Yeah.
against your nose, drives me nuts. Or because not many insects or roaches do that because I've come desensitized to it. But
Hmm.
palids and the big ones like Blabberus giganteus, those suckers, I don't like the feeling of them crawling on me at all.
There's something
At all.
primal there for sure. Yeah, it just feels gross. You were holding. We have a Instagram post of you holding um, one of the largest hissers I've ever seen in my life.
oh, he put
Hissers
that
aren't
out.
bad.
He put that out during his live. I asked him to. It was
Hissers
huge.
aren't bad at all. Okay, and here we go. Here's a silkworm. Oh well, I'll probably need to put it on my other finger. There we go. Y'all see that fine?
Yeah.
Nice and silky. Are we gonna make Are we gonna have like a couple of people hired to like weave some silk merch once we get really going?
Um, they're silk right now. I don't know if you can see it. I doubt you can, but it's hanging off my finger in the worm.
What if you
We
did?
probably need 1,000,000 of those to make a bandana.
Probably. They make the most silk when they go to a cocoon, and so these suckers, it takes an insane amount of work. They're mostly just our feeders.
What if you guys did plushies?
Silk plushies. Ah, yes.
That'd be
$200
cool.
for a
Or
plushie.
just
Yeah.
sell plushie. No, not silk plushies. Just little stuffed animals. I think
Oh
she's
Yeah.
yeah, I've seen
asking.
that before.
For like
I've
when y'all
seen that
go like
before.
expos and stuff, y'all can have them up there in front.
Yeah.
Well, I actually plan to go to an expo the 26th and 27th of this month, but I am not going to be vending there. I will just be going around talking to people, stuff like that, because they have an insanely long waiting list apparently.
Wow.
It's one of the biggest in Oklahoma, is what I've been told.
And
And
I don't know if any of your viewers are from Wisconsin, but I'm up in central Wisconsin, and we have. It's not big like some of these, Florida, like some of these California ones or Colorado ones, or whatever kind of big population centers. But I'm actively looking at setting up stuff for those. Just kind of excited to like meet more people and get our product into their hands. High quality dubs. Get everything fed.
Appreciate it, Missy. Thank you for being here.
Mitzi.
But yeah, that's another way to get out too. Word of mouth to get out there and know the people like are buying your insects, so they can see, how friendly you guys are. How they can vibe with you. When I go to shows, I don't go to look at the animals. I literally go to hang out with the people. I do. I literally just go and I'll be like, they're like, "Oh, you're Sex and Flexing," because that's what the podcast used to be called, was Sex and Flexing, back before I had to rebrand to Untamed Unhinged Reptile podcast. They're like, "You're the host of Sex and Flexing. You're Chris. You're big flexing." That's where the name stuck. So I've always been big flexing. Like, that's my name. That's what, like, you can go ask anybody and they'll be like, "Who's big flexing?" They'll tell you, "Go watch Untamed Unhinged or Flexing Finesse and Reptiles," or "It's Chris." Yeah. That's my name, Chris.
Yep.
So I mean, how many reptiles do you have?
I have 36 snakes, a frog, and a gecko.
36 snakes, frog, and a gecko. That's not enough, I don't think.
No, I used to have 100.
Double it and give it to the next guy. Come on. Like, these are rookie numbers. What's going on here?
Those are rookie numbers.
I used to have 100 snakes, but it was too much at the time. And my dad passed away, so I started raffling off snakes or giving them away to giveaways so people can raffle them off to make money, help people out in the industry.
Sorry
stuff
to
like
hear
that.
Sorry for your loss.
Oh, you're all good. It's all good, brother. It's all good. It's been 3 years, so I've been started this company in 2018. Like I said, when I came out, I branded out with merch first before I even had a snake to sell. And then when my snakes dropped, people were like, "I want a snake from you already." So when they dropped, they were gone before I came and post them.
So I definitely think that's a problem in a lot of different businesses. Is some people will get it to where they have all of the product and no market because they didn't generate a market, or they've generated such a market and they have no product. It seems to be like an extreme with some people.
I don't know. I've done both, so I generate market and product.
Well, what I'm saying is, I think you did. I mean, with that example, I think that's a great example of balancing out. Is you had the market ready for when you had the product, right?
Exactly.
And I think it's almost worse to have all the product and no market, because then you're sitting on money.
I was, but like I said, I had to help with the funeral expenses and stuff like that. So.
Of course, that's everyday life. You know what I mean? There's ups, there's downs, and I'm sure we can get you. I think we can all help each other get back to where we should be. I mean, me and Steve have taken a really big step with Tasty, right? A really big step, a level I've never been on, but I've been ready for. I think Steve is doing a great job with the website and the marketing. And I think me and Steve make a really good team when we may or may not be arguing over over where a button is on the screen.
Minor disagreements and
But who doesn't have disagreements?
Yeah.
Our disagreements aren't very big.
Yeah, if you can work through them. Yeah, if you can work through them and then still work together, then that's plus side.
Like,
I
cue
like
the
doing it right.
example the other day. I was like, I don't see the button, and he's like, it's right there. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I don't see a freaking button. I'm just like blind. And the button was right in front of me.
Trying to generate printing labels, and he's sharing his screen, and it's right there, dog. It's right there, dog.
I'm like literally saying, it's not there, man. I don't know where you see it. It's not there. And he's like, it's the big blue button at the bottom of your screen. I'm like,
It says generate
oh.
labels, my friend, my brother.
I was like, oh, you mean the label, the button I've been ignoring this entire time because I disregarded it way back when, and I'm just like visually blind to it now.
It's because you're
Yeah.
nose blind too.
Say it again.
It's because you're nose blind too, so now your eyes blind to it.
something. But yeah, no, we make a good team, and I think that once we get through this initial kind of like hump, then we're absolutely going to be doing some very, very interesting things, taking some examples, like doing some of the merch that you were giving examples of. Man, plushies, I'd love to do that. Everybody likes a good plushie. If it's $4, if it's $8, if it's a life-size Valentine's Day gift bear, but it's a hornworm and it's $200. There is somebody out there
That
that
would
is
do it.
freaky enough.
Hey.
Yeah.
We're gonna
In the
put
way.
the anime waifu body pillows out of business. 100%.
I love
Yeah.
anime, by the way, so I'm a
Steve
big
knows what I'm
anime
talking
nerd.
about, don't
Yeah.
you, Steve?
See, anime.
Yeah. Same.
Into it.
Into
Right?
it.
I love, and my whole arm's anime. Look, I got Demon Slayer back here, Dragon Ball Z up here.
What's Arachne? Do you watch any of that?
Yes.
What's your favorite one?
Darker than black.
Steve, do you have one?
I don't watch anime, but here, wait, let me tick everybody off. My favorite anime is probably Rick and Morty.
Yes, that's a good one.
I actually fell asleep to the Rick and Morty anime version though last night. Have you ever seen that? That's like literally the
No.
first time I saw it, and there was like fighter scenes, and I thought it was really creative. I don't watch that stuff, but I see the art in it. I like it. I used to read manga books and stuff.
I knew you were
Right now,
down.
right now, mine's is solo leveling, and then I just watched this movie on Netflix. It's called K-pop Demon Hunter. It's really good.
I haven't seen that one.
It's on Netflix. It's really good.
That sounds
Or
awesome.
Attack on Titan, One Piece. Yeah, those are all good
So
too.
Attack on Titan is the first anime I ever watched. And I kind of didn't watch any anime for years after that. Me and my wife have a show though that we watch. And she like tricked me into watching it, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, those
And I
women
liked it a lot, and we watch it every chance we get now. It's My Hero Academia.
Oh, that's good. I love that show.
I haven't gotten into it yet.
Have you seen the? You
Really
haven't seen the
good.
movies. Yeah, that one's really good. I love that.
Don't spoil anything.
I'm not. I
I
love
will
it.
get
That's all I
off the
got to say.
podcast so quickly and just start watching it.
I'll start
But-
it. I'll start it.
I will say my wife tricked me into it, but it was a good trick because I love it. I love my wife, and I tell you what, here in the next week, guess who's going to be a daddy?
You?
My wife is about 9 months pregnant, but she is 38 weeks Sunday. She just told me that. But the baby
Congratulations.
will most likely be popping out in like a week.
So we may have to delay orders by a day. Like, make sure Big Flexin and Cat make sure that you're on our email list for the eventual baby picture we send out, right? But
I don't know
you may
about a
have to do
baby
the,
picture.
hey,
I don't know
sorry,
about that.
Wow.
we'll send a
Elizabeth-
Christmas card to all of the
I could
the
do a
ambassador
Christmas card.
team, you know.
I could do a Christmas card. I'm a little bit more private of my private life, right? So I can do stuff like
Yeah.
this and everything. I just like I'm not
Who
big
is
on
it, though?
you go to my personal profile, I don't post much or anything. My business profile, oh yeah, obviously, right?
Right.
But not my personal profile. It's like, people don't need to know I have a life, even if I may happen or happen not to have one. You know, I'll leave it a mystery.
Facts. I'm the same. Like I don't post. I don't have a personal file either. So FLEXIN and FINESSING was my personal file. Then when I became the business, I went back and deleted everything and just switched it over to FLEXIN and FINESSING Reptile. And then I had the Untamed Unhinged podcast. I used to have a fitness podcast and a fitness channel, but I had to delete that, because I was following women I shouldn't be following.
Do you have a girlfriend or a wife?
I have a girlfriend.
Do you have a girlfriend?
Yes.
Do you have a type?
Yeah. Yes.
Well, I'm just curious, right?
Yeah, I do.
What? I have a type. I have a very specific type.
They got to be okay with roach stink.
No, I mean that too. Oh, thank you,
But
darling. My type is my wife, which is a 5'6", 5'7", curvy, redheaded Latina.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I got it. They have to be short.
There's dozens of them.
5'4".
Dozens.
She doesn't look part Mexican because her red hair. She's white. Now she tans a little bit better than most redheads, but the facial features are still there. Very, very pretty. Gorgeous. She's making.
She's talking
I
shop.
like Nick, right? I wonder if Cat has a type.
I love women, mostly my wife. I also love my mother.
I think that's a Drake song you're referencing.
What?
I think it was.
What song?
Was that God's Plan?
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I just messaged Russell, our meat guy, and he said we'll hold off on any pre-order until we get a good flavor profile. He's actively making this stuff right now. Okay. But
Wow.
we'll hold off on any pre-order or anything like that. But I definitely think, I mean, a couple people chime in, it's a good idea. Like, shoot, like any kind of crossover product that excites people or we're doing something interesting, I'm game. I'm so happy for it.
So it's like, I have cold-bladed caffeine. They do teas and coffee, right? So they gave us a label to put on a coffee bag, and we picked the coffee. They sent me a coffee tester to test out, and then so by sponsoring us, they give us a label and we get a coffee bag, and the same thing. That coffee bag sells, because right now I think number one is Tarantula Cat, not you, Cat, but the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's right there. She's up top right now. Her bags are going.
And
Her
Richard.
coffee bags, yeah. And so we got a coffee bag, but I haven't got the sample bag in yet. When I do, I'll post those up. Collabs. I want to say collabs. Like we could collab on something or work with something like that. That'd be cool because people like that.
I am all day game for any kind of collab that comes out of here.
Even with Cat, people love Cat.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Do you want to see a surprise?
Yes. Who doesn't? Come on, man.
Tell us what it is.
Ooh.
Oh, the
Madagascar?
These what? No, these are dubia.
Oh,
They're so
huge.
big.
Dubia. Yeah, they're large. They're extra large and large.
Oh, okay.
These are the sub-adults. These ones will probably turn into breeders. if I'm
Flies
being
as peppercorns.
What?
He said flies as peppercorns. They're still throwing out ideas for you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're saying
Peppercorns?
flies. Yeah, flies as peppercorns. It
Oh,
could be
peppercorn
different.
dressing.
I love Steve's lingo. Oh, or peppercorn
Oh.
dressing. Yeah,
Steve,
that's.
Chris and
I
I
see
will
fruit
be your
flies.
first testers.
What was that? Sorry, guy.
That Chris and I will be your first testers or your lab rats.
I'll only send good stuff anyways. If this was kind of a joke with Russell though, was have you guys ever had like a bad IPA? You guys ever had like a bad wine?
Yes.
You know? Like
Oh, yeah.
if our stuff comes out tasting like that, like if you guys get just a rancid, grassy, ashy flavor you know what I mean? Like I'll warn you. I swear to God I will. You know what I mean? If we get something really goofy going on, I will.
He was like, "Don't try that. Don't drink that."
Yeah. I'm not just gonna go. I'm not just gonna go. Well, and you gotta lie to me. No. Tell me the
I'll be
truth.
honest. If somebody gets a really raunchy, like bad flavor, I'm basically I'm gonna have the tone of, you bought something that was labeled bug wine. What did you expect? What do you expect? Freaking champagne? I mean, wait,
He's
champagne
still got a point
grapes?
though.
Like, I mean, look, man. Us as humans can only do so much. I can't make this taste like freaking good aged whiskey, okay? Or scotch. Scotch
Which
man
is not a
myself.
bad idea either. Though. You could.
Write it down,
Oh, yeah.
Steve. Down.
Dude, we'd have to have something strong with the scotch. That would be like maybe a hisser one. Hisser scotch. That's not a bad name.
See, that
Something
is it.
leathery.
Woo!
Hisser scotch.
Yeah.
Coming together. This is Scott.
We could get it
I'll
in
click my
every
pen.
bar across the South. Because it sounds really cool.
It
You can have
does.
you can have sippy whiskey. Oh,
Crazy.
Silky with silkworm whiskey. No, that wouldn't sound right.
if you try hard enough.
What else could I
Exactly.
put?
Exactly.
Yeah,
Joe.
try hard enough.
Yeah. Everybody in the comments, if you like that idea, clap hands.
Right, clapping.
Right in the comments.
Yeah, I mean, I've
Oh,
had a
but look.
blast talking to you guys.
That's another one of my
He's been
logos.
showing me. He's got tattoos of sponsors and such too.
I do.
Yeah.
Right here.
Yeah. And Steve, like Chris and I, we get a lot of views. We have a lot of sponsors and fans and people who support us.
Believe in us.
Yeah.
A lot of people.
So we love you guys now.
How many people are watching right now? I don't know if I can tell.
Well, there was 20, and then they dropped because, like I said, their lives go on right now.
Yeah, the time too.
What's
I
going
think
on right now?
once we hit hour 2, there was a slight drop off. Yeah,
Yeah,
That
just like
6
Oh,
viewers right now.
Oh,
6
you
viewers.
know what happened around hour two?
Yeah, right about
joined.
when you joined.
Right about when I joined.
Sucker.
I'm so handsome that people can't help to be jealous. And so, baby, stop giving me that look. I'm your husband. Have some faith in me.
They're like, nah, click out.
Immediately, we just watch after I say that. We just watch the viewer count go to 0. A big
Yeah.
fat goes to 0.
Jules has been here since she came across the channel, and she's been here ever since.
Yeah, she's loyal. She's very loyal.
Yeah.
Who?
Jules, this person right here, I just put up on the screen.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see.
And not just ours. She supports every one of our friends, every one of our sponsors. She's amazing.
I love that.
Yeah.
I'm loyal. Yeah.
Nightcrawl or moonshine.
Oh, that's a good one.
That was a good one. I like that. But moonshine, you have to make right because I hear that if you drink it, you can go blind from it or something. I don't know.
Hey, I tell you what, the best way now this is related to this, I promise. Just give me a moment. So there was one time I was like pretty sick. Have you ever heard of a hot toddy?
No.
Right? You get moonshine, strong moonshine. You get honey, you get lemon, you get like cinnamon. You mix it all together, but the honey sticks. So you gotta heat it up in the microwave. I may have put it on a little bit too long, and when I mixed the whiskey, the lemon juice, and the honey and everything together, apparently it was still really hot. And I'm like, this is gonna be strong. I'm just gonna throw it down, right? That was a very bad mistake. I mean, it did not in the end. So it hit the back of my throat, and it wasn't the alcohol. It was the fact that it was probably still
Appreciate that.
120 degrees or hotter. And I immediately went to spit it out, except for my body went to do it before I did. And so I shot it through my nostrils. And at the time, I had been stopped up insanely bad. The moonshine burned out every last bit of mucus in my body. It was coming out in like big clumps and everything. I tell you what, I have never breathed clearer until after that. It was amazing.
Did it come out the other end?
No. I
That's
would be
one of the
scared.
surprising good feelings eventually. Eventually you felt better.
Well, I mean, like hot toddies, they're meant to like do what alcohol does, and then you sleep a little bit better when you take a nap. And I had like the flu, so I slept good after that because I remade another hot toddy and drank it. But
I thought you were talking about a scorpion because there's a scorpion common named Hot Toddy.
no, I wouldn't drink a scorpion. I don't think I would do that. That would be interesting.
Right? To swallow that thing whole, just feel it go down your throat.
You know what this reminds me of? All this conversation, that scene from Aquaman where in the second movie where he tells his brother that the cockroach is like a delicacy on land, and he
eats it.
and he's like, "Oh, it's not bad." And then in the end of the movie, it's him eating a burger and a cockroach is walking past his like burger. He grabs the cockroach, opens his burger, puts it down. No,
like
dude.
a sandwich.
No.
No, man. I don't know about that.
That's just not. Yeah, I would not do that. Mm-mm.
The heads of methanol equal
He
fuel
said
cell
that's
gas.
bad moonshine.
The heads. What's
Yeah,
the heads?
on scorpions, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, the head of scorpions?
That's what he said. I don't know.
Menthol.
That what guy?
That I would try it.
Oh, that's bad. Yeah. So bad moonshine is menthol. And ironically, the cure for bad moonshine is?
What?
Good moonshine. The cure to methanol poisoning is ethanol. Oh, wait, not ethanol. Yes. I don't remember exactly. It's alcohol. The cure to bad alcohol is alcohol.
Ethanol is the thing that knocks people out. It's like an anesthetic, like a anesthesia.
I'm pretty sure it is ethanol, though. Pretty sure it is ethanol, which is basically just alcohol. If I remember correctly. I could be wrong there, but I do know this for a fact. That the cure to bad moonshine is good moonshine, which is ironic.
Cure to a bad day is good moonshine, also. I think.
Steve, you drink enough for the both of us.
Throw you under the bus, why don't you?
Oh, I don't know his drinking habits. I'm sure working with me, it might have gone up a tiny bit.
We all have fun.
Well, we did, 2 hours and almost 2 hours and a half?
Two
and
and a half
vibed
hours.
it. Yeah, I thought it was a good show.
Yeah.
I appreciate Nick jumping on And Steve, thank you for jumping on.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys too. And, we're always excited to get up talking to people. We're always excited to share our knowledge. Nick, even though he just looks like a handsome beefcake or something, like, right, he's actually very knowledgeable about roaches and which ones would go best in what kind of type of alcohol, right? So, he's the breeder and the handler, and I just handle everything else. And if anybody has questions about, like, shit, like, how do I do shipping? How do I set this up? I mean, right now I don't have all the time in the world, but if you reach out to Tasty Critters, I'm always happy to give information as best I can. And like I said, there's more than enough to go around. $8 billion industry. Go grab a shovel, provide something, right?
Hey, Steve, I just had crazy idea for the bug wine.
Okay.
So you know how hornworms are 85% water?
What if they were 85% tequila?
No. I mean, that could also work. No, we basically feed the hornworms a bunch of fruit or sugary food and then grind them up and then ferment it.
I like the direction you're
Appreciate
going.
that, Jules.
I'm just saying is technically it would produce alcohol because it's already majority water. All we'd have to do is grind it up. Feeding them the sugar would help ferment it to a certain strength, and it would actually be bug alcohol.
If people are willing to buy technically alcohol, then we can do something with that. Maybe I'd be interested to look into it. Can I?
Those are the three things that sell the most: sex, drugs, alcohol.
Yeah. Well, it's not technically drugs or technically sex. That kind of. I mean, maybe. Shoot, those are kind of right there with it, aren't they?
Oh,
Yeah,
Adrian,
sure.
that's my wife's name.
K2 at the gas station was selling.
There's somebody watching the podcast. His name's Adrian. I mentioned that was your name, darling.
Oh yeah, I just want to thank you, Adrian, for being here. He said he was tired of ball python. It's getting repetitive talking. Like, I do everything, man. I do wildlife. I even bought a girl that does like arts, like neon glow arts. It was pretty cool. She was like my second episode.
You know what? When could we set up the next podcast? Because I think next time I can do I can do it from the roach room. I think that would be interesting.
I don't know. Whenever y'all can, just let me know. Just DM me.
Of course.
Nick, we gotta talk roach to roach because I'm a big roach person too.
So we carry 20 different species. I think I don't have the number in my head. I have at least 15 different roach species in my shed. At least. And I'm probably missing a few. And so it would be almost like a show and tell podcast, right? In my roach room, which would be perfect because I got a ring light that'll hold my phone and everything, and then I got a stereo system if needed. So,
That's
I think
awesome.
it'd be fun.
Oh look, before y'all go, I want to show y'all this. So, like how I set up my stuff here. Let me take you off this head. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so here's my banner up here. I made this for my dad before he died, but so I made this for my dad before he died. It's metal. It's metal and it's powder coated, so it has the blue, the yellow. It's, and
That's really
then
cool.
I have another one up here too, the bigger one. Let's show this. So the metal one too, that's also metal. And then my snake rack. I got my cutting board, my
Cool.
clock. I got posters. Another cutting board for the Untamed Unhinged Reptile podcast. They made me. I got like this says Flex and Finesse in here. A banner, like I said, and then I think the blue one now you can see it with the powder coat.
You know what I think would be a really good idea for you?
What?
You need to get a Playboy inspired catalog of like your upcoming like clutches. And I think you would sell so much.
Well, my next clutches are either my hog noses, which cat wants a hog nose, and my retic and my boas.
I would definitely like a boa because the constricting boas, right?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
like if somebody hypothetically snuck into Steve's room and let out a very large articulated python, we could just say goodbye to Steve.
No, it doesn't work that way.
I said goodbye. I never said anything else, okay? And it's not murder. The animal has free will.
Oh no.
It could leave him alone. It could eat him. It could strangle him, then eat him. I'm liking all options.
I think as long as
Nick,
we
I don't know
have
how you do it.
like and it's got some like cool camera angles or like
We need to do a
Love
live.
Island, like a take like a shot that pans over and then the
It's
quick
just you
cuts and
asleep.
dramatic music. I mean, just put me in a room with one of them and just monetize it. I mean, really, that's good entertainment.
So, Steve, I'll start working on the camera angles in your sleep. I'll send them to you like 12 o'clock the next day. Just a picture of you sleeping in bed with your girlfriend. And it says, Steve, you kept snoring. I'm going to get you some breathing tape.
Articulated breathing tape.
He said breathing tape. But yeah,
Well, I do think that probably is the end of it. I have to go as well.
but yeah, let me know when y'all want to do a second one, and Nick can be here. I had fun. This was fun.
Yeah, this was fun.
Everybody liked it in the chat. Everybody's laughing. So
My wife
good.
was making fun of me. Good times.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you guys. I'm definitely gonna check everything out on TikTok, Cat. I love to see content. I love to see educational stuff. And thank you guys for having us on the podcast. Excited to see what we can do in the future and how we can provide value and make people happy, feed their critters, keep them happy. Love it. Love all of it.
It was a pleasure.
Yes. Hey. She said, Adrian said that's another horror film.
Happy day, everybody. I'm signing off.
All right. It was nice meeting you, Nick. All right, Steve. I'm going to thank everybody before we get on out of here. Thanks for being here, Steve. Appreciate you very much. Oh, before you go, do you want to drop the links again, like where people can find you? So,
Yeah. So, Tasty Critters Feeders on Instagram. I got to clean some of this stuff up and make it consistent because I think it's Tasty Critters Online on Facebook. Website, tastycritters.com. And we will be hopefully getting some more guides on that website. My other business is lavenierstudios.com. We have that ebook about the clothing brands, but a lot of it's applicable to the feeders and all of that. I don't have an OnlyFans yet. I don't know really what else to share. No.
You will.
I do. I have one. I do. I have one.
Feed pics or is it just lizards?
Feet pics, arm pics.
Oh yeah. Special requests.
No, I do. I'm like I do though, but it doesn't make money.
Well, yeah, but definitely excited. And you know, if we eventually start a podcast, I mean, shoot, there's so many interesting people in this space. Whether or not I can refer somebody to you or whatever. In between all of this, happy to help you guys grow. Happy to keep trucking. But yeah,
Like,
yeah,
sign off, or are you gonna roll some ads at the end, or what's
yeah.
what's your plan?
I'm gonna thank everybody in the chat for being here, and then I'm gonna play the
outro.
the outro. I'm gonna play our sponsor reel again and just play that. But yeah, I'm looking forward to if you have any guests that you want us to bring on, send them to me or send them to Kat. Kat usually just tells me like, hey, I got so and so, and be like, well, let's do it. I'm always like, I'm down for it. I'm down. I never tell Kat no. Because if Kat says yeah, they're good to go, then they're good people. Because Kat does all the talking, and sometimes they'll come and they'll talk to me. But other than that, they'll go ask other people. But like, hey, I talked to so and so, and they said that you're a cool person, you're awesome, and then we'll do the show. But they'll kind of do what you want to do. A quick phone call and talk backstage before, all that. And then get to know me, fill me out. So I'm down with that too.
Right on. Well, yeah.
But before, go ahead.
Let's
go
go.
ahead.
I'll sign off. Peace.
All right. See, thank you for being here. Appreciate you. I'm just going to shout the people out and then we're going to get on out here.
Right on. Thanks for having me.
All right, brother. But yeah, I want to thank, Jules.
I like him. He's so cool.
Or Steve.
Yeah.
I like Steve and Nick. They're funny. I like Nick.
Yes.
I want to thank Adrian for always coming in. Jules. There was Will. There's Mitzi. Queenie. Hooks. That Hooks they're doing. Did you see him? He wanted to come in on the podcast.
Oh, no, I didn't see that. No.
Yeah, he wanted to come in and talk about the same kind of topic we were talking about. And I'm down for it. Like, there's always something like we missed, something new. Hook. It says Hooksturgum. He's right there in the comments. You gotta go look back up. It's under. He's in gray before I made him blue. But yeah, Hooksturgum. There's Will. Nikki from Irresistible Ball Python. She's our one of our sponsors as well. Jared from Selective Creations. He was in here with from Whiskey Bomb Network from Keys.
Yeah, they're doing the show right now.
Yeah, they're all. I think they're live right now too, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. So y'all want to go watch another podcast? Head on over to Keys. Y'all can go watch another podcast. I don't know what it is, but I know they did start doing an anime podcast, which is pretty cool. But if y'all know anybody that wants to start a gecko podcast or a plant podcast, send them my way. Let me know. We'll start a plant network channel for them. I'll do all that. They don't got to worry about it. Just send them my way. Yeah. On that note, guys, you got anything else to say, Kat, before we head on out here? You know what I didn't ask you? I need to start doing. What's one positive note that you would tell everybody? I haven't done that.
Yeah. Or one thing that like one of your highlights of the show or something.
Yeah. I'll do that next time. Time. But I don't know. If you got anything else to say, Kat, go ahead.
Yeah. This was like amazing. I love this episode. So it was really cool. Yeah. But yes, I do. Please go like, share, comment, and subscribe if you dare.
On that note, guys, you already know what time it is. Y'all go check on your loved ones, pick them up, never put them down. Keep lifting each other up, elevate each other, and stay positive, guys. Spread the love. Y'all have a good night. We're out of here.
Lights come on, pulse in the air, we unite. Cold-blooded, got 5 feet in the night. Cold-blooded, caffeine, fueling the fight. Reptile crew, got our backs tight. Thank you fans for keeping us all. CMB reptiles rolling with soul. Hold no soul, lifting a goal. Together we burn like burning coal. Elevate, most rise in the show. Irresistible pythons letting it flow. Rhetoric crew, yeah, but watch them go. Indigo, reptile co, set the glow. Shut up, feeders, but shut up, feeders. Under the rock with cold-blooded hitters. Ship you Reptiles make life better. South Bay reptiles through every weather. Blue tongue, Shama, blue tongue republic. Arc adventures, riding republic. No fakes, no breaks, we're here to publish. Taking it higher, dreams embellished.